Is there a hidden connection between Ahsoka Tano and Luke Skywalker? Well, in an excellent interview with Deadline.com, Dave Filoni was asked why he thought Ahsoka Tano was such a popular character. And in doing so, he made an interesting connection to Luke Skywalker himself. Deadline interviewer Anthony D'Alessandro asked Filoni in the interview, Rosario Dawson is reportedly playing Ahsoka Tano in Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and there's some great excitement about how this character you first drew for the Clone Wars was finally making her live-action appearance. What is it about her, in your opinion, that has mesmerized fans? And at first it must be said, Filoni mentions the importance of how he was guided by George Lucas when creating Ahsoka. But after that, he gets into answering the question by saying, I think people like Ahsoka because they relate to her. I think that her being very young and very brash and the way that she behaves allowed the greater scope for her to have a maturity, for her to progress and to grow as a character that over a long period of time paid off. I think when people go and watch Luke Skywalker as a young man in A New Hope, a lot of people commented, oh, he sounds whiny. George knew to begin with a character of inexperience, whether we like that or not, and grow them in a way that the audience comes to respect them. End quote. Now I must say this reminds me quite a bit about what Filoni did with the character Ezra Bridger. Many fans criticized how young and annoying the character was in the beginning of Star Wars Rebels, just like Luke and Ahsoka, but the Ezra character does grow into one that we respect and like. Filoni goes on in the interview to tell us why it is important for these characters to start in this place. Kids related to Ahsoka because she was a kid first and foremost like them. She was someone growing up at a time. Maybe they related to some of the difficulties she had and some of the challenges she had. She's right next to one of the greatest Jedi of all time, Anakin, and one of the most skilled and one of the most knowledgeable, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It can be hard when your older brother is somebody that's impressive and somebody that's sure of himself. End quote. And although at no point did Luke Skywalker have a master like his father Anakin, he did have a friend in a way like an older brother in Han Solo, someone who certainly seemed sure of himself and called into question the Force and many of Luke's choices. So I believe that one of the strengths that Luke and Ahsoka share is that they didn't blindly follow those big brother type figures, which is one of the many reasons we come to respect them. Ahsoka is more than willing to question Anakin on his methods, and after much growth as a character is ultimately willing to walk away from him and the Jedi Order because she feels they are on the wrong path. And likewise, although Luke respects and cares for Han, he is more than willing to follow his own path as a Jedi and question some of Han's less than honorable actions. For instance, in A New Hope, Han asks Luke to leave with him. Han says that attacking the Death Star is a suicide mission, but Luke sees people in need, the rebels in this case, and he helps them. This is somewhat similar to Ahsoka in the Clone Wars Season 7. She helps the Martez sisters because they need help, and ultimately she joins the Republic attack on Mandalore because those people need her help as well. But when looking at both these characters, the standout moment has to be when Luke goes against what his masters Obi-Wan and Yoda want him to do. They want him to kill his father, and in the end he refuses to do that, and I believe this is because he sees his father as someone he can help, someone that needs his help, someone that can be brought back to the light side. So despite the fact that both Ahsoka and Luke start off young and whiny, through their ability to question others and follow their own path, they grow into characters we love and respect. And if there is an underlying message here for the audience, I'd say that it would be that we need to be true to ourselves and follow our own path. Certainly an important message to young people who can be pulled in multiple directions by multiple mentors. At least that's how I see it. I look forward to hearing from you. Are there any other connections between these two characters you can think of? I'm sure there are. But as always, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.